Good morning and welcome to day 15 of Vlogmas. I'm Jennifer Seeger and today is just a daily vlog. We are at home all day today. We actually had our biggest snowfall of the year yesterday. So we got, I think it ended up being 13 inches of snow. So Nate is actually out getting the snowblower going and trying to dig us out. And let me show you, it just looks like we live in a Christmas card right now. Look at how beautiful this is. I love how it's sticking in the trees and the sun's just starting to come up. It is about 8:30 this morning. We've had a slow start to the day, but wow. Lots of snow, all the cozy vibes are happening. I feel like this is why I live where I live, because I have had Christmas with no snow before. And if that's you, that's great, but that is not me. I missed it so very dearly. So I am so grateful that we have snow, even though it's kind of a pain to to dig us out, but it's still so beautiful. Anyway, I'm just up this morning to get some coffee and breakfast going, and we're just gonna have a quiet day at home. Okay, he just came in and got one swipe done. We have an electric snowblower that we bought secondhand off Facebook Marketplace, and he got one swipe done and it's not working. So we're charging that. In other news, my diffuser, I went to put the Christmas scent in the water and it leaked all over the counter. So this is a Young Living, and I know I bought it secondhand, but it has been working great for years. So here's the little corner with things not working, but hopefully this will charge and start working, because, man, that's not cool. Anyway, back to more important things and getting coffee, because I've got some things to do today, video editing, and even though we are staying home all day, we do have a friend coming over and some puppies to celebrate Christmas with Ruby. Ooh, this looks fun today. Caramel cookie barista creation. Let's get some coffee going and get some breakfast. All right, Nate just came in and found out that the snowblower battery does need to be charged in warm weather, I was gonna say, or in the house basically, and we had it in the cold garage. So that should charge and he'll go back out, but he's been out for quite a while. So I did make him some hot chocolate, just some Swiss Miss with Ready Whip. And he's been working so hard, so he gets some sprinkles on top. And then I have my caramel cookie. I just did it straight up coffee, not adding any milk or almond milk today. And then for my breakfast up here, we'll see how it reheated. So here is some steel cut oats. I had yesterday, when the girls were here for breakfast, done these overnight in the slow cooker. So to do them in the slow cooker overnight, and I'll link the recipe below, I did 3 cups of steel cut oats, 6 of almond milk, and then 8 cups of water, along with a teaspoon of vanilla, 2 teaspoons of pumpkin pie spice, and then 2 teaspoons of sea salt. So I don't know how they're doing reheated. I'm gonna pour a little bit of almond milk in there to kind of mix that up. It was really good. I mean, yesterday, I don't know how well they reheat. And I know you can eat them cold too, but there were just 3 of us because Nate had breakfast earlier than we had and had left the house. So we had steel cut oats for like 15 people. Like, it's just insane how much there was left over. So it would be a good Christmas breakfast, maybe. I think I'm gonna add a little bit of brown sugar. All right, so this is breakfast. We got a little bit of brown sugar, a whole banana, some blueberries, and pecans. And that is a lot of food, but it looks so delicious. So we finished breakfast, which was excellent. I had those leftover steel cut oats, and I don't think if I even mentioned how much it made. Like, my whole crock pot was full. It was crazy. And I'd cooked them on low for, I think, 9 hours. They were super good and they reheated really well. It was a yummy breakfast. Nate and I have just been relaxing. Nate had come in to get the snowblower battery recharged, and now he's out at it again on its second charge. There is so much snow in the driveway. And then when the plows came down the street last night, which they came through about maybe 3 o'clock in the morning. It woke us up and woke Ruby up, but they kind of block the end of your driveway. So we had this like mountain, and we have, you know, a chargeable electric snowblower, and we're starting to realize it's maybe not enough for a tough Minnesota winter. So we are lucky enough that we have a neighbor. We don't know him very well because we just moved into the house, but he came over and did the end of the driveway for Nate with his big, huge gas-powered snowblower. So Nate's been limping along with the electric one, and while it's been in charging, he has been shoveling in between. So he's been out for quite a while, but we did get a little bit of relaxing time before he headed out. Anyway, all this to say that I decided I'm going to make some peanut butter blossom cookies today. And I also know it's a cold, snowy day and wanted to get dinner going. Let me show you that. This is the crock pot that was like full to the top with steel cutouts. So I'll be eating those for a week, but I just sprayed it with some olive oil spray. I'm gonna do a beef stew. We actually had, my parents bought half a cow, I think. So I'm gonna do some roast carrots. I usually put potatoes in with it and I don't have them. So we are going to actually have to leave the house today. We didn't plan on it. Do a little run to Costco. I'm gonna do some white bread. And if you've ever done this, you just, like it says, thaw, rise, and bake. It is the Rhodes brand white bread. Make sure you check the expiration date, because if it's too far gone, it will not raise properly. But we have enough time now. It's, like I said, coming on 11 o'clock. So be able to get this thawing and hopefully raised in time to bake for dinner tonight. And then I'm just gonna put the roast and the carrots and eventually potatoes in the crock pot. I add one of the packets for the Lipton onion soup mix. I'm gonna add a can, of cream of celery, about a 1/4 cup of ketchup, and then just salt and pepper. And that should make a nice kind of stew. So I'm gonna get all this going and then move on to making some cookies. Okay, we've got all of our ingredients in the crock pot. It looks disgusting, but it'll be good, I promise. I have it turned up on high, and I'm also setting the bread in close proximity. If you had a sunny area in your house, that would be a good idea too, just because I want it needs to both thaw and rise in like 7 hours. So that's going to be a stretch. I do have a way to speed it up. I just put it in there frozen. I sprayed the pan with I use this olive oil spray. You can use any cooking spray or butter. And then I also sprayed the top of the saran wrap as well, so it doesn't stick. You can also use a wet towel to cover it up and let it proof that way. So hopefully, being close to the crock pot, we'll get this all ready in time for dinner. And we still have to go get some potatoes. So that's next on the agenda, but first, cookies. All right, so I have all my ingredients pretty much set out. I'm gonna use just my mom's recipe for peanut blossoms, and I will put this recipe below, but I'm gonna get my oven preheated and get going on these. All right, we're home from Costco, and I just cut up a couple potatoes and put in with the roast. So it's almost 1 o'clock. Hopefully they'll get done to eat at like 6:37. These are the potatoes that we got from Costco. They are ginormous, and so I only put 2 in, but we have more roast that we'll be eating for leftovers. But I feel like once you reheat potatoes, they get kind of watery. So I just left it at 2 in the crock pot. I'll show you what else we got at Costco, because even if you plan to go in for just one thing at Costco, you end up with more stuff. So we got some more of this white queso. We have some fresh tortillas. We'll be doing Mexican night one night this week, and this stuff is amazing. Also amazing, they carry these pickles now at Costco. I'd been getting them at Target. They're fresh dill pickles, and you can just see the dill, and they're so good, especially on sandwiches. I noticed today I was almost out of vanilla, so just picked up one of those. This is where they get you with the samples We tried this. It was phenomenal. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to use it for, but I got it with these garlic and herb bagel chips that they had up by the crackers because it seemed like a really simple thing and would be a huge crowd pleaser to bring to like a holiday potluck, and I'm sure something will come up. And then lastly over here, we just got a couple loaves of the cottage bread and of course a soda. We stopped for lunch. And then over here, we are getting ready for a party. So Ruby's got her friend Hammy coming over today. And we're having a little puppy Christmas party. Really, my friend and I are going to be visiting, and it's fun to get the dogs together. So we picked up these cookies at a little bakery. Well, it's not a bakery. It's a pet supply store local to us called Pet Evolution. It's where Ruby gets her grooming done, and they have this adorable display case. So we got little stocking cap and sleigh and candy cane and Christmas tree. And then underneath are our treats, the human treats, all on this adorable thing. My friend that's actually coming over today, her mom gave me this and a whole set of Christmas dishes. And I just remembered that I had it. I thought, well, that's good for serving. And I was going to do some apple cider, but we didn't find any at Costco and I don't have enough. So we're just going to do coffee and tea and whatnot. The dogs can have water. We do have some gifts to give. So puppy teething ring, because not visiting us today because he's not potty trained or ready to leave home, but they have a puppy at home, a little pug named Jean. So he will be getting that, as well as a little reindeer ball. And then Hammy, who's a chocolate pug that's coming over today, he's gonna get a ball. Santa, aren't these just adorable? I got them at Home Goods. And then Hammy is also getting grown-up Bully quick chews. I got all of this at Home Goods. And I have to wrap them in these adorable bags. I got these at the Container Store especially. So I need to get the gifts in the bags really quick. And then we are just waiting. Are you going to have a friend come over? Is Hammy going to come visit? We're so excited. Okay. Okay. Who is here? Hi, little Hammy. Are you coming to play? What you guys doing?
They're working from home.
Is it time to have a Christmas party? What is it, Ruby? Did you get a present? We go give Hammy his present? No, that's not for you. This one's for Ham. Are you more interested in what Hammy's getting than what you're getting?
Man. Go, buddy. Yeah. You don't have how to say it.
Oh, this is Hammy's.
Here you go, Ham.
Ruby, that's Hammy's gift. What did Hammy get you? Ruby.
The sharing is caring.
Here.
Here you go, Hammer.
Holy choose.
What?
He's like, there's too many things to smell here. Ruby, what did Hammy get you?
Let's see.
Let's see if she'll do it. Ruby.
Rubes.
Ruby. Oh my goodness, what is it?
What?
Oh my gosh, that is adorable.
A llama corn.
A llama corn.
Oh, there's one more thing in the bottom.
Oh, now Hammy's more interested in Ruby's toy. Ruby.
What else?
Hi.
Christmas.
Hi, Hambug.
Oh, Power Bites.
Oh,
I
say
know.
thank you, thank you, thank you.
Those are the ones she likes when she's at our house.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, is that so good, Tubes?
There you go. What do you say?
Ruby, where's your friend? Is it time for treats? Is it time for treats? Which one does Hammy get? Is it time? Can everybody come sit down? Oh, that is a very good sit. Do you know that there's food up here? Hammy, can you sit down? That's the opposite of sitting down. Sit down. Which one does Hammy get?
Ham.
Which treat does Hammy get?
Can you sit?
Can you sit? Bless you.
You
Oh,
sit
bless
like
you.
Ruby. Sit next to Ruby.
Oh, no, you're not sitting either. First, do you want Santa? Okay, bye-bye. Hammy. Hammy, you want a candy cane? Is that so delicious? Ruby,
Rubes.
Hey.
Ruby, go get your sleigh. Ruby, get your sleigh. Hello. Good morning-ish. Second morning. It's like 4:30. And we had a great puppy Christmas party, although they didn't interact too much. This was Ruby's best friend, Hammy, and they usually run around and play together, but they were just kind of on their own. Like one would sleep and the other would kind of nose around and play with toys, and then the other, like they'd switch places. The other would go to sleep and then one would play. So they didn't really interact together, but we had a good visit, the adults, during the afternoon. And then our friend left probably about 3:30. She just wanted to get home before it got dark out. And I took a nap, which was amazing. I'm just waking up now to a house that smells delicious because of the roast. And I thought, ooh, I wonder if the bread's doing okay, because I wasn't sure if it was going to rise or not in time for us to get it in the oven and to have dinner. But I walked out to this. Let me show you. So I think the bread is doing okay. We are like pushing maximum capacity here. It raised perfectly. The crock pot is quite warm, so I think that was a good idea, and that is looking good. I want to give it a quick stir and kind of chunk up. Chunk up. My nephew used to say that when he was playing in the dirt. I'm going to chunk it up. But I want to kind of cut up the roast before we eat. But for now, our oven takes forever to preheat, so I'm going to get that started at 350. And Nate and I were just talking that we probably need to go outside. The snow's super deep. I think I filmed a little bit. We tried to get Ruby to go out and play in it, and she's just not having it. So she actually hasn't, TMI maybe, but she hasn't gone number 2 or potty like all day long. And we think it's just because she doesn't have a place on the grass. Like everywhere where we've shoveled snow is pavement or sidewalk, and she goes on the grass. So we're going to kind of shovel a little path maybe out to a grass area in our backyard, so she'll have a little potty pad, I guess, in the winter. I don't know, Minnesota snow problems. So we're gonna go try to shovel, and then it'll be probably time for the oven will be preheated and get that all in. So that didn't take too long, about 15 minutes. My hair is like crazy. But that's totally what the issue is. We barely got a path cleared, and little Miss Ruby Sue went potty. So poor thing was suffering all day, and now we have like a little potty area for her. So that's good. Let's check in on the stew. All right, I just pulled the roast out of the slow cooker. This is what it's looking like. Super yummy. The potatoes are tender, as are the carrots. I just want to cut up the meat a little bit. It is pretty tender. It's a fattier cut though, so I'm gonna try to get rid of some of the fat and just cut off some of this, and then we will eat in a little bit. And I have a little girl begging for food. You know what, Ruby? We didn't do your advent today. We didn't. Do you want your treat? Even though you already had your cookie and part of Hammy's. Should we do Ruby's advent? Let's see what color we get. Ooh, if I can get it open. We're on day 15. Oh boy, it's red. Okay, here's your pre-dinner snack. Mom's gonna finish up supper. See you soon. Bye-bye. Okay, I took a fair amount of fat out of the beef and then just kind of cut it up and stirred all that in there, so that looks amazing. And I have my bread ready to come out of the oven. That looks amazing for doing zero work today. I'm gonna maybe just do a little bit of butter on the top and then take it out, let it cool for just a few minutes. But I think we're gonna eat a little early because we're both kind of hungry. Our Costco lunch didn't tide us over. All right, we're just sitting down to eat. Got our beef stew, butter, and the fresh bread. I cut it, it's so hot, it just kind of collapsed, but this looks amazing. We've got our couple candles going because we are in the second week of Advent. And if you've been following my channel, you know that on the nights where we are sitting down to get dinner together, we are going through the Advent devotional. So as we eat here, we're going to do the devotional and just enjoy a yummy dinner. We just found this app.
Damn, I'm 8 years old. You think I'd be here alone? I don't think so.
I'm just dying over Nate as Kevin McAllister and will be for the rest of the evening. It's this app called Reface, and I just downloaded the free trial because it popped up on my Instagram and thought I'd try it. Anyway, we're just clearing dishes, gonna get those done and then go relax with a movie. So I'll check in with you later. Are you okay over there?
Yeah.
Nate's getting old and doing up the dishwasher for us. It is, gosh, what is it? It's coming up on 10:30. We watched A Christmas Story and actually made it a double feature and watched Red Notice, which was meh. I mean, we thought it was getting really good reviews, but I think it's actually just coming up as the most watched, which doesn't really have a bearing on how good a movie is. But I mean, it started out great and then it was like, but it was okay in the end. I mean, I was definitely entertained. So if that's what I was going for, mission accomplished. But it just seemed really cliched. Like it went from being Ocean's 12 to Indiana Jones to National Treasure to I don't know what. I mean, it was like all the action movies combined into one. So anyway, it's late. We are heading to bed. Nate is turning off lights around me and not so subtly hinting that it is time to hit the hay. So I think I will just end the vlog now. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to click like and subscribe below. Happy 15th day of Vlogmas, and I will see you tomorrow.